Upgrade the torque fight. Don't talk nonsense. Let's look at the tutorial. The first step is very important. Remove the drill head. Step 2. Remove the top gland with 4 screws and remove the gland. When pulling out the output shaft and bearing by hand, it must be very loose, because we see that there are 3 small steel balls inside which are the shaft locks. If the shaft lock falls out, it will be very troublesome, and the torque matching part that needs to be replaced is to change the telescopic sleeve. Take ours the side saw that there was not a triangular square facing us. These small steel balls were shaft locks. We must not reverse. At this time, don't press the button. Okay, now the modification is successful, and after the shaft is installed, we put the gland on. Let's start with a screw, because I have a very peculiar idea. Let's share it with you at the end. Now let's put it. The steel ball on the top of the telescopic sleeve is installed with the card bit. If it is not installed, it will not be stuck. When you put it on it, there are 3 steel balls on it, and it is very easy to get off. And you have to put butter on it, and as soon as you go up, I have already buttered it here. And after you have buttered it, it is very firm. The next step, we take the top black cap of the telescopic sleeve. We put the cap on it first. We must not put the spring first. We will press the wrong one. This one will fall in again. Let's put it in. Be sure to put the hat first. Put the hat first. And say a few times, put this little head down, and then we put the spring into this slot. After putting it in, there is also a compression tablet pressed on top of the spring after pressing it in. We see that there is a circlip in it, and there is a circlip. We need to take the circlip here. We see the circlip is very easy to install. Don't worry about pressing it with your hands. Use a screwdriver to change it on the other side and press it into it. We must press it in. And after pressing it in, we pry the circlip on the other side with a screwdriver while holding it in our hands. Very simple. You see that without it, it is actually a very simple principle of knocking steel. After installation, we have to experiment. Okay, the official changed 129. Let's take a look. In the end, let me tell you what, I have a very immature idea. We removed the screws and we went to assemble the previous chucks. Is there a possibility that we can turn it into a drill and switch back and forth between torsional splitting? Is it possible for us to screw this shaft after screwing it? I put this trans in as well after it was laid. It looked like this. We removed the screws. When you want to change the torsion split, when you want to use an electric drill to open a hole, stuff it in and we'll have to align it. Okay, the holes, oops, like screws. This is not going to work, big guy.